Hello friends, a very good morning to one and all. This is Jairaj Nadar representing Inogic. In today's session, I will talk about one of our productivity app called Alerts4Dynamics, which really helps you to schedule and manage an alerts in Dynamic 365 CRM. So for your information, all lines will be muted. In case if you have any queries or any questions, feel free to put it in the question window. I would be happy to answer all of your queries at the end of the webinar. So before I proceed ahead with the session, let me give you a short brief about Inogic. Inogic is one of the leading service provider and an independent ISV. We are also an exclusive Dynamic 365 CRM boutique shop that has been in the business for more than decades now. We also been active in the CRM community in which our blogs are very popular. As you can see on the screen, these are all the various productivity add-ons which Inogic has to offer. Among all, I would like to talk about some of the key flagship product of Inogic. Just Maplytics is a market leading CFMD certified product which provides capabilities like visualizing CRM data on map, route optimization, smart appointment planner, and much more. Next is Click to Clone. It is a one-click productivity tool for cloning all of your records in just a single click. And it also has the flexibility to choose which attributes and relationship that wants to be cloned. And I will talk about SharePoint Security Sync. It is a comprehensive solution for integrating Dynamic 365 CRM with SharePoint for document management. So apart from the product development, Inogic is also an SI. We do provide an offshore development services by assisting our partners and the customers. So if you need any more information related to any of our productivity add-on or a service related, you can do reach out to us at crm@inogic.com. So this is the agenda for the today's session, where we'll be seeing the challenges faced by the users in notifying Dynamic 365 CRM and how alerts for Dynamics can overcome those challenges with the different types of alerts. And then we'll see that all the will be seeing in the live demonstration. All of the features will be seeing in the live demonstration. And at the end, we will be having a Q&A session. Let's begin the session with the challenges. Though Microsoft Dynamics CRM is a sophisticated system, many user faces many challenges in notifying the users at the right time. So let's say currently using our out-of-the-box functionality, there is no provision where alerts can be created on an individual records that can be notified to the user at the right time. Or there is no provision where the users gets any global notification alert related to the CRM whenever any global information message that wants to be passed to all of the users in the CRM. So to overcome all of these challenges, so we have come up with a solution called as an Alerts4Dynamics, which really notify the user at the right time so that the user can able to implement right actions appropriately. So let me show you what all the features that Alerts4Dynamics has to offer. So currently there are 4 different types of an alerts in the Alerts4Dynamics, where it is a global based alert that is can be also be called as an information based alerts or an announcement based alert. The other I was talking about the record based alert, like say if you want to an alert to a specifically to a particular record, so yes, that is also possible using our Alerts4Dynamics solution. And also there is a condition based alert that is called as a rule based alert. So based on the specific condition that you set, those alerts will be created and notified to the users. And an event based alert, so all of this alert I will be in depth, I will be showing you in the live demonstration. So alert duration is where you define when you want to process or start the alert, and that need to be displayed to the users. So that is completely configurable depending upon your choice that you set. And there are different categories of an alerts. whether you want to show this alert as an information based alert, warning, or a critical. And also you set an option whether you want to set those alert to be dismissible or an auto dismissible. And define audience is an important features over here. You define the audience whom you want to send the alert, whether you want to send an alert only to a specific user, or you want to send it to group or a team or a team members. So completely depending upon your choice, like whom you define the audience, only the alerts will be sent to only those users accordingly. And the display options. So whether you want to show this alert as a pop-up, form notification, or an email notification. So that options that you set it. And also we do have a user preference choice. So the user can set their own preferences, like how the alert should be notified, whether they want to show it as an email or a pop-up or a form. That is also depends upon completely on the user choice as well. So these are all the some of the key features of an alerts for Dynamics. Let me show you all of these key features in a live action. So I'll switch back to my CRM window. So, so this is my CRM window in which I have installed my Alerts for Dynamics solution. So before I proceeding ahead with the demonstration or going ahead, so I would like to give a short note that I will be taking you this entire session with a different scenario with the different types of an alerts, so that this will be really helpful for you to gauge that how this can be really fit into your business use cases, so that you can gauge it accordingly. So over here, let's consider a scenario wise, consider an organization who is into the service industry, and on a daily basis many cases are generating into the system or hitting into the system. The case incident manager responsibility is to assign the case to the respective team members. So since many cases are coming on a or hitting on a system on a daily basis, the manager wants that record to be immediately notified to the user in the CRM, so that they can immediately act upon those record or start working on those record accordingly. So this can be achieved with the help of our event-based alert. Like whenever any new cases has been assigned to the respective users, the notification will be immediately popped up to the respective users based on the notification or the alert type that they have set. So let's take and consider an example. So consider I am I am the incident manager who has been assigning the records to the respective users. So consider there are many cases that are generating in my system. So for the better understanding, I have logged in with the two different user. One is Sam, who is a manager of this or incident manager, and on the other window, I have logged in as in Joy, who is an user level access having a salesperson role. Let's assume that. So now let's assign a case to this Joy, who has been working in this industry on the same organization, and see how the alerts can be shown or popped up to those users accordingly. So for example, I'm assigning this record. So let's say as an incident manager, I want to assign this case to Joe Smith. So what I can do is I will click on this assign user or a team. So over here, I will select it as in Joe Smith, and I will click on assign. So this record will be assigned to the Joe Smith, and whenever Joe, who has been working on this, working in a CRM into his account on a different pages or some or into another different page, so he can be able to get an immediate notification about this alert into his view with the notification indicating a red icon. So for this, the event-based alert, as I was talking about, the workflow will be triggered in the background, and once the workflow has been triggered, this notification will be popped up and sent to those users. So let me show you the workflow that I've created for this. See, for the case entity, whenever this record has been assigned, workflow will be triggered, and based on the notification request that will be created and the properties that you have set accordingly, that notification will be popped up to the user. If I now go into the Joy Smith account, you should be able to see a new notification. So currently, if you see, there is no new notification that can be seen to the Joy Smith account. If I refresh it, let's say, if I refresh it, I should be able to see a notification along with the red dot, notification icon with a red dot that will be seen whenever a record or cases has been assigned to Joy Smith. So the workflow should be triggered. I guess it is background. It is in process. The background. So as soon as the record has been, so he should be able to see a notification which will be popped up over here along with the red notification icon that will be coming up whenever a new cases or a record that has been assigned. So I guess the workflow isn't triggered. It is in process. So that's the reason I'm getting this. No red dot has been not notified over here. So this way, like there could be also use cases like whenever any new lead has been generated into the system. Let's take another use cases as well, like whenever any new lead has been generated into the system, and the sales manager or the sales team wants to immediately act upon those leads immediately. So in that case also, with the help of our event based alerts, it can be easily assigned, like whenever any new lead has been generated into the system and created into the system, the workflow will be triggered and the notification will be popped up to those users accordingly. So let's take another case and see how those cases work over here in terms of, show you the, let's assign another case to this user and see how this notification pops. So now let's say I want to assign this case record to the, let me take another. Now let me assign this record to the username Joy Smith. Now this case has been assigned to Joy Smith. So now once this case has been assigned, as I explained, the workflow in the background will be triggered and the notification request will be created, and you can able to see those new notification. So currently, if you see this only a red notification icon. So over here, what it comes is the notification along with the red icon that will be popped up, so that it indicates that new notification has been notified to the user. Let's refresh it, and I should be able to see if background process has been done, you should be able to see a notification icon along with the red dot. So for some reason, I guess the background workflow is in process. So that's the reason the notification red dot has been not seen over here. So this is how event-based alert works in the alerts for Dynamics, like based on the, like whenever any new leads has been created that you want to trigger any notification. So if you see over here, this is how the notification icon will look whenever new notification that comes in with the red dot indicates, or any new cases has been assigned. So completely depending upon your business use cases, like whenever any new record has been assigned or lead created, or the quote has been activated and you want to show an alert to the respective team so that they can work upon that accordingly. So these are all completely based on the event based alert that I was talking about. Now let's take another scenario. Consider the same organization who's also a product team as well, like a different salesperson are working on a different product, and the sales manager responsible is like they want to close all of these or they want all of the invoices to be paid before this quarter ends, so that they can be able to work upon this target accordingly. So all the invoices should be closed before this quarter. So he wants his salesperson to immediately work upon on all those accounts whose invoices are due by this upcoming 2 weeks, so that it can be closed within this quarter in order to achieve the targets. So for that, this is completely based on the condition that they have set. So that based on that condition, the work you need to create an alert over here in the Alerts for Dynamics app. So over here, you see by simply clicking on the new button, you can able to see a new alerts will be created. So in my case, I've already created an alert that I will show you the invoice due. This is the alert that I've created. So this is where you define the name and the alert type, whether you want to set it an rule-based alert or announcement-based alert. So this is condition based on the rule-based alert. I've set it for my account entity. And here we will be having a two option, the rule mode, whether you want to set it as a simple or an advanced. So by seeing this fetch XML value, you may be thinking like it is really complex to get an this enter this value over here, but absolutely not. It is as simple as to get this fetch XML value. Just you need to run the condition that you have been doing it over here. So in the advanced find query, you just need to go in the accounts, put your condition like invoices due on or before date, download this fetch XML value and copy that value and paste it over here. So this is the advanced rule mode that I've set it for this fetch XML value in order to based on my condition that need to be retrieved over here. So by setting this condition, so what it will do is based on this poll interval that I've set every 2 hours. So if you can define every 1 day, X days, week, months, and the interval that you set. So it means that every 2 hours, it will check for this condition. If any account whose invoices are in due, it will be notified to the users accordingly. So over here, that is the poll interval that I've set and what message that you want to indicate to the notify to the user. So over here that you, in order to do that, you need to create a new message over here. So I have already created in my case, the invoice due. So this is the message type that I've set it as in simple, the LS invoice due, the process start date. So as I was talking about, like when you want to show or start notifying to the users, so that you set it the date and what message that you want to convey to the user, like what message that you want to convey to the salesperson. That so over here, if you see kindly, here you can see I have stated a message of kindly follow up on this account. So this message that I want to pass it to my salesperson, and also this message text also accepts the dynamic values that you need to enter it in a curly brace so that dynamic field values also that can be accepted in the message text in the notification message column over here. And here you define the language and the notification. So like how you want to show it the notification. So as I was talking about earlier, whether you want to show it in a pop-up form or an email notification, so that or the user preference choice. So completely depending upon the alerts that you created or set it. So let's say I have created a pop-up and the alert level, whether you want to show it in an critical warning or an information based alert. So that you set it. And once this has been done, you need to activate this message in order to notify to the all of the salesperson so that they can act upon it. So once you have created this message, you will be able to see click activate to publish the message. So in order to you need to activate this message so that the alerts will be created and that will be notified to the salesperson. So I have created an alerts. Now what it will be do is, so consider Joe Smith is also an as I was talking, he is also an another salesperson in this organization. So if I refresh it, he should be able to see uh, the notification if any invoices are due. In that case only notification will be popped up or coming up or hitting into the CRM along with the new notification icon. So there you go. Notification along with the red dot indicates something, a new notification that has been popped up to Joe Smith. So what he will do is he will simply click on it and he will check what was the notification. So there you see this many records or this many accounts invoices are in due. So if you see over here, the earlier that we have triggered the cases assigned, so that also has been, you can see those notification that can be, that is also seen over here. And this is the second alert that I was talking about, which is the condition based alert. These are all the accounts whose invoices are in due. So that all can be seen in the notification alert that has been popped up to Joy Smith. And this is the various levels of alert that I was talking about, whether it is critical, if it is, you can see it in the critical, if it is in warning or in information. So once you have, if you have read this notification, you can also dismiss. So we do have a provision where you can able to get track of the users who have read the notification or dismiss the notification in the Alerts4Dynamics logs, the notification, where you can able to get out all the notification that has been seen and who has read the notification, who has dismissed the notification completely in the notification tab. So this is a read notification and this is the dismiss notification. It will list out all of the users over here. So this will be so this really helps you to uh, uh, overcome the miscommunication, the chances of miscommunication that have not read the notification or have some kind of things. So this is how completely based on the condition that you define, the condition that you set it. So accordingly, the alerts will be created and it will be notified to the users accordingly. So now, as you may be aware that the current world is into the pandemic situation where on, so all of the office premises are been closed and many countries has been affected a lot. So as you may be aware, like current situation has been in few of the countries are in, things are in control and offices are reopening and many employees are working from office as well. So in order to indicate, in order to send a global information message, like from your from the HR or from the administrative perspective, they want to send a global information message to all of the users, so that so office is reopening from so and so date. So that can also be done over here with the help of our announcement based alert, which is called as an global information based alert. Like you want to send the information globally to all of the users in the in the CRM. So kind of an information message that you want to pass it to the all the respective users in the organization. So in that case, yes, with the help of our global based announcement based alert, that can be also called as an, so that with the help of this, that can be easily achieved. So the similar as I was showing earlier, it is, you need to create a message of an office reopen, and here you select the notification message, the language, and the notification audience is where the important piece, as I was talking about. So this is the important piece over here. So this is where you define whom you want to send those alert. So as I was talking about while explaining the features as well. So the notification audience is where you define whom you want to send an alert. Let's say you want only the sales team to come to the office and not the development team or not the technical team. So that you can also, you can include the users, you can exclude the users, you can include the teams over here. You can add a team, or based on the security role as well, you can also send an alert to all of the users. So by default, if you don't specify any of the target audience, it will be by default sent to all of the users into the CRM. So this alerts will be notified to all the users into the CRM if you don't specify any of the notification audience. So now I have created a message and I need to activate this message in order to notify to all of the users. So so it is as similar as I was explaining about this uh, condition based alert. So once the alert has been created and activated message, the alert will be created and it will be notified to all the users in the dynamic 365 CRM. So if I go and check, it's currently no new notification. So I refresh. So there you see no notification along with the red dot indicates something, a new notification. Yeah, office will reopen on 20th January 2020, a kind of a global information message. So this can be also used in a use cases like the, like, let's say consider an example that annual sales meeting has been happening on so and so date. the sales director or the sales manager wants to indicate a message to all of the salesperson, like the meeting will be held on so and so date to only to the respective sales team. So in that case also, with the help of our announcement based alert to the sales team, that can be sent, notified, so that they can able to get a notification message in the CRM. So this is all the different types of alerts I was talking about. Let's say if I want to show an alert on a record level. So consider I'm working on one of this record and one of the potential account, and I want to set and follow up every 3 months. Like this is my potential account and I'm working on this, and I want to set an alert that need to be notified to me on an every 3 months. So that is also possible. You can create a record based alert as well with the help of our alerts for dynamics. So in that also you need to create an alert, the record level alert over here, and inside this you can set an alert, create an alert, so that whenever those process date or those starting date will be coming in, the alerts will be notified and that can be seen over here. So here you will be seeing an alert options. So this is an alert. So over here you can create a new alert. This is a record based alert. I will define the name. Let's say this account, I want to set it as an renewal. So I'm a salesperson, and this potential account is in renewal by this upcoming 6 months. So I can set it a prior a month, a renewal reminder for me, a kind of, so that it will be notified to me a month prior, so that I can work on this account and I can send a renewal mails accordingly. So this will be really helpful for an on a renewal reminder kind of thing to the all the users, all the salesperson who have been handling all of this potential account. So this is how the record based alert can be used in the alerts for dynamics in the dynamics CRM. So this is all our alerts for dynamics app works, where it has the potential to create all of the condition based, rule based, event based, as well as then record based alert to all of the users in the CRM. Now shortly you will receive a poll on the features that you like the most in the alerts for dynamics. So here's the poll. So I would kindly request you to cast your vote on the features that you like the most. Few more seconds to cast your vote. So I would request kindly cast your vote on the features that you like the most. Thank you for casting your vote. Let me switch back to the presentation. So Alerts for Dynamic app is supported version on Microsoft Dynamics CRM 9.x and above, and as well as into the Dataverse Power Apps, which can be deployed on on-premise and online as well. To get started with an Alerts for Dynamic is really simple, where you can download the solution from Microsoft App Source as well as from our website www.inogic.com. If you need any assistance in setting up the trial, yes, you can do reach out to us at crm@inogic.com. We would be happy to assist you. Now let's have a Q&A session. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to put it in the question window. I would be happy to answer you now. We have a question from one of our attendee. Can you click into the record directly from the notification? Yes. Once the notification has been created, you can click and you can navigate to those record accordingly. I hope that answers your question. Yes, this we have a questions like, yeah, this recording will be sent it to an email. We have another questions. Can record-based alert display as a ribbon across the top of the screen? Yes, it will be shown. It will be shown as in the top of the ribbon bar on the record. The alerts will be created accordingly. So if you have any more questions, you can feel free to reach out to us at crm@inogic.com. Thank you for attending this session. Have a great day ahead.